Alright. Testing. Alright. Welcome back to Knights of the Old Republic 2. Here's hoping this time I don't have mic problems. But yeah, if you remember last time... So basically... Last time... So those of you who remember last time... Dang, I'm losing my train of thought. Okay. Last time we came to Nar Shaddaa, we released the refugees from the grip that the Seriko thugs in the exchange had them under. We went to meet with Visquis. Mira captured us. She was put in an arena to... She then tried to go and meet with Visquis in our place. She got captured by Visquis. We went into the...
Something you need of me?
Visquis captured her, tried to put her in an arena with Hanhar, hoping that he would kill her. That didn't go his way. Meanwhile, we went into the Jektar.
Where that came from?
Meanwhile, we learned how to filter our breath with the Force, made it through the poisonous bar of the Jektar, while Atten fought some assassins, and then the rest of our team fought a metric ton of bounty hunters, while on their way to change our ship's ID signature so that Goto would mistake us for one of Vaga the Hutt's freighters.
I am listening.
And here we are. Yep, lots of stuff going down. Access to the turret system, that's really good. Alright, so basically the way this level works is there's a bunch of different programs you have to collect and a bunch of different systems you have to... either shut down, reset, or whatever.
I am listening. More where that came from.
And once you mess with all the systems, you can slowly make your way through the ship. Rescue our main character from where Goto's holding her.
To get time to get where that came from. More where that came from. More where that came from. More where that came from. Time to take you down the side. 1-0.
Yeah, I'm trying to find some command codes that I can use. Reset. Alright, so I think that's the one we need to use on the turrets. If I'm remembering things correctly. Great exchange interface, that's decent. Systems control. Unlock restricted system. Unlock turret. Program. Upload. Alright, basic diagnostic. Shutdown, reset. So systems control. Turret defense. Reset. Targeting protocol removed. Turrets are malfunctioning, targeting both hostile and friendly units. So now we're gonna have some fun stuff. Yep. Yep, there's a fight going on in there. Sadly, the turrets won't target each other, which is slightly annoying. But since they're all currently targeting that one droid, the droids that are in there. And that's gonna make this monstrously easy for us.
Settle this.
See? Made things easier for us. Yeah, I know I'd usually try and do a different series on Mondays, but I just really felt like playing KOTOR 2 today. I guess who's behind this door? Us! Mitra Sirik!
I am.
He is going to get revitalized. Dang, 2 levels. Let's see what we got. We can give him more lightsaber skill. That'll be good. Ooh, yay! Heal, master battle meditation. Sweet. Dang, all the levels. Speed, I guess. Dang, he... Alright.
Ready.
So we just got him equal to ours. Okay. Auxiliary console. Acquire power distribution access codes. Now, there's a cool thing we can do with these droids. Examine the unit's behavior core. Success! Behavior core is extremely sophisticated. There's an arsenal of sensory and combat logic upgrades, but they seem to be governed by a simple defense protocol. Switch defense protocol to include you and your companions. Leave the droid alone. See, when you have high level of certain skills in this game, you start to pick up on like all kinds of pieces of lore. It's pretty cool. Not going in there yet. Because that leads us to, like, the primary thing in the ship, and we don't want that quite yet. Ooh. Just a license. Man. Oh wait, there'll be more fighting pretty soon. We're just going around and getting loot. And also to use this workbench. Because we can upgrade our guns. Mark 3. Pure Rilith. Pure Rilith. Mandalorian. Alright. And now our guns are even more potent. Money. Nice. Heavy Sonic Blaster, that's a decent component thing, I think. Parts. Dang, I usually get a lot of, like, really good loot in this place. Enchanted dueling shield, that's okay. Too bad scoundrel gloves, those are good. Powered light battle armor. Alright, there's some decent loot. Kubab's scoundrel gloves. Dex +5, computer and security each +6. That's nice. Alright. Alright, all those have been looted. I don't even need to activate my buffs. I'm wrecking them.
This one is mine.
Look at my damage counts.
You have left me an opening.
I didn't even need to activate my buffs and I went crazy.
You have left me an opening. You have left me an opening.
New battle meditation, thank you.
They have gotten farther than I calculated. They are very resourceful. But they shall go no farther. Deploy the guard droids. Raise the force fields. We will trap them within the ship.
Activate the mines.
Let us see how far they get now.
And these are deadly mines, so these will actually be really good.
Just say the word.
Alright. Atten, you're up. I think you have demolition skill. Skill too low. Alright. Alright, ammo. Huh, he's actually got decent. Doesn't have demo. Okay.
I hear you.
Well, guess just start disabling them. That's sad. I usually have someone with demo skills with me.
More where that came from. Even the odds.
Pick them right off. Alright. Alright, we got Master Rapid, Master 2 Weapon. Damage. Alright. How's everyone doing? Look at my damage counts. Half health destroyed in one regular attack. And one of these will have the code for the droids on it. Oh, come on, you. Get out of my way. Just hoping y'all could still hear me just a second. Alright.
What is this place? Some kind of control center?
Oh yeah. These systems aren't controlling the ship. They're tracking signals on a planetary scale, maybe even galaxy-wide.
I suggest you surrender. Your chances for escaping this vessel are near zero, and
that's also
chances of
related to a side
survival
quest
are
we did
rapidly
earlier.
approaching that number. Your ship and your lives are mine. The only question is how much resources you want me to expend in subduing you.
I would like to see you try. Unlock minefield. All units are considered hostile for the mines now. Okay, so now watch this. Where are they gonna see me? Ah, there we go. Watch this.
More where that came from.
Start healing.
You have left me
Everyone
an
down.
opening.
Everyone.
You have left me an opening. Left me an opening.
Alright. Droid controller. Switch containment and docking hatch to secondary. Unlock droid power. System. Power distribution. Shut down. Multiple ships on intercept course. This has
More
big
officers. I don't know how
big
many
implications for
more
what's about to
engines
happen here.
disintegrate.
Mira will explain it later.
The remains of the bounty hunters have found me. Now it is time to cue the detonation sequence.
The Zhug family will scour the galaxy for this Jedi, and then we will bring her here to Goto. You're welcome to try, Big Eyes! That always makes me laugh. Melt! 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 My question is how they got through that door without detonating the miser on the other side. Oh man, the frame rate really tanked there for a second. Melt. I follow all units. Oh yeah, I shut the mines down, derp. Did these guys drop anything? Try shooting through someone who can deflect with their bare hands, buddy. Good job, Disciple. Good job, buddy. Mandalorian Disintegrator! Oh, man! Thank you, Zhug Brothers! Now that's what I'm talking about! I thought I shut them down. That's weird.
Defend yourself! More where that came from! More where that came from! More where that came from! Time to take you down to size. Time to take you down to size. Opening!
Gamorrean Power Gauntlet. Now, if I remember correctly, in this room... Yes! Finally, we meet the exile. You should tell your companion that he should strike to kill, not wound. Ha! I destroyed you.
Not again.
There's a reason I brought Atten. Fearful human.
Ladies, what you need is a man who understands the two of you and understands your needs.
You understand our desire? Because we desire to dance, to hunt, and to kill.
I was kind of hoping that mating with scruffy humans might have been the first on that list.
Oh my gosh, Atten! Wow!
Run? I didn't run from you two shuttas last time, and this time I'm gonna make sure you... More where that came from! More where that came from! More where that came from! More where that came from!
I don't even need my superpowered buffs to destroy them. So we're gonna go this way first. They might all only be on the one path. Up. Yep. I get to bow down Gand. Yep, we are now officially to the point in the game where everything is stupidly easy. Okay. Upgrade. Mandalorian Disintegrator. Pinpoint. Mando Chamber 3. Pure Rilith. Oh man, look at that! Look at that gun! Mandalorian Ripper. Disintegrator!
Just
Hey,
say the word.
Okay, let's see what you've got. You've got Watchman, Sith Disruptor. You get that Mandalorian Ripper now. Which is still max upgraded, by the way. So yeah, there we go. We've got some sweet new guns. Time to go. Silencer? Or not? Ah, I knew I was missing a loot piece over here. Ah. Look at me, I'm mowing them down faster than my companions can start. Themselves. Ha ha! Alright.
Oh my god!
I don't even need my buffs at this point. I'm Braceman armor. Cutscene time. Goto's yacht blows up because all the bounty hunters found him. All right.
I can't believe we just blew up Goto's yacht. That's gonna destabilize crime
Yep.
throughout this whole sector.
Yeah, well, you'll understand if I hold back the tears.
You don't understand. Crime in the YouTube system, it's like the economy. Plus the power vacuum. Even if Voga gets up and running again, the system is gonna be feeling the effects for years to come.
Yeah, well, at least we didn't find that Jedi Master with the weird name. Zez, Kai, whatever it is.
Zez Kyle? Well, that's not true. I already found him. Actually, he found me first. He hired me to watch out for you, keep Goto off your back until he could meet with you. We'll need to head back to Nar Shaddaa, to that safe house off the docks. I said I'd meet up with him there if we ran into any trouble. What do you want now?
If you thought to escape my notice so easily, you would be wrong. As a token of my goodwill, I present to you a gift, this droid. It will serve you well on your journey.
Refers to Return of the Jedi people.
As I indicated, this unit will remain with you and guard you. It will also serve as an effective voice for my orders during your journey.
G0T0. If that's not a hint. And now we're in the Nar Shaddaa docks where I can talk to Zez-Kaiel and then do some side quests. Yeah, there's a lot to Nar Shaddaa.
You have returned from exile. Kavar thought you might, if only to wander your old battlegrounds. But I did not think you would come to Nar Shaddaa. Still, you were always a difficult one to read, both when you were tied to the Force, and even more when it was lost to you.
Why did Kavar think I would return?
I do not know. It was a sense he had, and he had served in war.
Anybody who's watching who's seen
Perhaps he thought he
Mythbusters, let me
understood
know
you.
if you think this guy looks like
Maybe
Jamie
he
Heineman,
simply
because I
hoped
certainly think he
He
does.
felt you were the key to understanding the threat we face. The others were not so certain, but so many of them are gone now, as you no doubt know.
Why me?
He sensed some connection between you and many of the worlds touched by war. He thought by traveling to such places, he could achieve understanding. No doubt. I think the answers will provide us both with some measure of peace. I have kept secrets for far too long.
So you're basically just asking the same stuff you asked the other guy.
I had thought perhaps that here upon the Smuggler's Moon, I might find some evidence of the threat we faced. The bounties on Jedi and their disappearance. I did not believe the two were connected, but there was a chance. And the strong currents of life here on Nar Shaddaa make perceiving a Force user difficult. I could use it to cloak my movements and watch without being discovered.
That's not the only reason. You came here to hide.
No, you are right. That is not the whole truth. It is difficult to detect a Force user on Nar Shaddaa, and I knew it. This threat we face, it leaves wounds in the Force when it strikes. It leaves nothing.
And you were afraid?
To live life without the Force, to vanish and die and leave only an echo, it was terrifying. To be connected to all life around you, then to have it stripped, I can only imagine what it must have been like for you. But even
So
that
now, yeah, he actually
cannot
just straight up
compare
told
with the
us.
truth.
He has a great
But there is
idea
more
of
than
what
that.
happened to
On
us in
Nar Shaddaa,
Malachor 5.
One cannot escape
That's
what
a
was
big
left
deal.
from the Jedi Civil War. From the failure of the Masters, from our failure to properly train Jedi, came disaster. And I wondered if perhaps the teachings of the Jedi had been our failing all along. There have been so many failures by teachers who believed in the code with all their being. Master Arca failed Ulik, as Master Boss failed Exar Kun,
Yep.
as Kay and Zar and the others of the Council failed Revan and Malak. For all the acts we do to preserve the galaxy, from such an arrogance that all we do is right and just, I wonder if there is a counter-effect that is created that strikes back at us. Exar Kun, Ulik Keldroma, Malak, Revan, you, all Jedi. There is something wrong in the Force, a wound, a sound that is growing, like a scream.
Yep.
You can hear it echo on Nar Shaddaa, sometimes when the moon is on orbit. It is a frightening thing to feel, that perhaps being connected to all life is not enlightenment at all, but simply another doom.
He
And
actually
I
has a
think
good
that
idea of what
maybe,
happened.
Perhaps to forsake the Force as you did, to cut loose our bonds, may not be the wrong thing to do. You taught me something important in the Council Chamber long ago, Exile, and it has stayed with me all these years. You were right to do what you did. Everything you did.
So he just straight up told me that me going to help try and stop the Mandalorians was the right thing to do. And I also did the right thing to do. Basically, okay, so I think it's time I tell you. On Malachor 5, I authorized the use of a weapon that, well, my character, Mitra Surik, authorized the use of a super weapon called the Mass Shadow Generator that, for all intents and purposes, opened a portal to a direct gravity field in hyperspace where the planet lives. amplifying the planet's gravity to such a degree that the planet crushed itself and both fleets in its gravity. And the massive amount of death caused to people that Mitra had been force bonded to basically put her in a situation where she had to either shut herself off from the Force or die. And she chose shutting herself off from the Force. And because of how violent it was in terms of, like, you know, Force connections breaking, it left her Force presence wounded. And he's saying that everything I did the right thing.
Now I must take up the role I was ready to cast aside. This threat has finally revealed itself, and we Jedi will need to stand together. I did not speak fully of what I have felt. Staying on Nar Shaddaa, it is an exile of sorts, one that I have chosen. I, too, lost a Padawan on Malachor, not to the battle, but to the alternative, to the teachings that Revan brought from the unknown regions. And I was not the only Jedi Master to watch a student turn on them. Now I must take up the role. I did not speak fully of what I have felt. Staying on Nar Shaddaa, it is an exile of sorts, one that I have chosen. I too, and I was not... No, they were not to blame, but many of the Order did so. It was a difficult time, a time of strong emotion. Perhaps the Council, perhaps the Order itself, had grown arrogant in their teachings.
I'd say that's
It is easy
true.
to cast blame, but it is perhaps time the Order accepted responsibility for their teachings and their arrogance, and come to recognize that perhaps we are flawed. Not once did I hear one of the Council claim responsibility for Revan, for Exar Kun, for Ulic, for Malak, or for you. Yet, you were the only one who came back from the wars to face our judgment. And rather than attempting to understand why you did what you did, we punished you instead. Our one chance to see where we had gone wrong, and we cast it aside. And now, that decision has come back to us and may carry with it our destruction. Perhaps there is
He
something
kind of is
wrong
right,
in us,
you'll see.
in our teachings. And though
Keep
I
following the
tried,
series and you'll
I
see
could
that,
not
like, he
cause
kind
that
of just
thought to lead
prophesied
me.
the ending of the
So I
game, or
left
at
the
least
council.
part of it.
And I was not the only one. That is why many scattered, and why many in the Republic do not trust us, and why we do not trust ourselves. Make no mistake, I am no Jedi. This is the end, you see. After this, there will be nothing, and I think it will be for the best. Do you wish to do battle now? I have nothing more to say.
He thinks I want to kill him.
It provides no comfort at all, for reasons in which I still must keep secret. Suffice to say, redemption was not Revan's choice, and I have never believed those of the Council who attempt to
Yeah, that's
console
kind of a spoiler
themselves
for the first game a
otherwise
little bit.
for the crime they committed. But we have spoken enough, I think. In words, I think, dull us both. Let us speak through the Force, through sparring. This form you may have already seen much of during the Mandalorian Wars, but it is fitting to speak using elements of the past, I think. Ataru is the name given to the movements of this form. Though it is aggressive, it is focused, and its best use is in combat against a single opponent. This form is somewhat less useful in deflecting blaster shots. Use it when dealing with opponents in close combat, not against a battalion firing heavy blasters at you. Perhaps
Yeah,
exile
there's more
has
to
been
Ataru
good
than
you
that.
indeed. It has certainly not dulled
The
your
Ataru
instincts,
form is
nor the
extremely
speed
acrobatic.
which you learned. I shall go to Dantooine, to the ruins of the Enclave. If you gather the others, I will meet you there. And thank you, Exile. You're returning. It is good that you are back among us.
Okay. So yeah, he basically just unpacked everything for me. I don't need to say much more. Aside that, I kind of want to say something about the Ataru form he just taught me. Ataru was the fourth form of lightsaber combat, designed in response to the perceived weaknesses of Form 3 offensively. It's it's not entirely defenseless, but it's very, very acrobatic and very physically demanding. To give you an idea, Yoda, if you've seen the movies, Yoda is an Ataru specialist. Sorry, I'm pumping up here because I think there's some droids here. Yep.
Unnecessary. I'm rest.
Nope.
Systems failing, Master.
Hey, buddy.
You interrupt.
What's wrong with Mama?
Pylon power supply badly damaged. Only can support one pylon at a time.
Alright. I'll try to help.
Good. Freighter with one more. You.
Yep. I'll do my best. There's a way to... There's a whole puzzle with going between the pylons, but there's actually a thing you can actually repair the power supply. And then you basically just have to arrange the priority of the freighters. I forget the exact order. I'm just gonna guess at it until I get it. Nope. Acceptable assignment. There we go. That's done. Now I've got a couple more assignments from the refugees here. Got him to get the family. Alright. I'm going to get Mira for reasons.
You help Fasa. I not forget. Now that freighters can depart safely, Fasa can do this. Good.
Corellian power suit. Nice.
You. What? Do I look like a passenger? Fine. I'll do for you.
That's the warehouse where T3 was. Yeah, remember we just robbed him, but you've returned. You don't. I do not have Goto here, but where's the Sergio trophy? No longer. Already begun their work. Open trade with the Telosians. 500. Wow. Only 500 credits for that. I basically just destroyed an entire competitor for him, and he just is like, yeah, 500 is enough compensation. Hey, Mira.
Oh, hey.
Well?
Your face. You have this glow. I mean, not a real glow.
Yeah,
but
alright.
It's
This
like
bit.
you're calm, at peace, but it's more than that. You haven't been chewing on spice, have you?
Others can feel it.
Oh, well, it shows. It's like you're hooked up to a power coupling. It's weird. I mean, not bad weird, just weird. For a minute there, I thought you and Atten... but it's just the Force.
Not that kind of glow.
Got it. Just checking. Yeah, something wrong. Go ahead. Look, before we get it...
Alright.
Talk.
You understand
Sure,
me?
they're easy. That's why I dress like this. When they're looking down to check you out, you can usually smash them on the base of the skull or deliver an uppercut that knocks them flat.
You make it sound easy.
It's simple. When you want a man, you jab him with a Bothan stunner, then while he's screaming in pain, slap some stun cuffs on him. Then starve him for 2 or 3 days until he becomes open to suggestion, then double check his bounty and see if he's worth anything.
Doesn't want like
Call
honey.
it what you want. Yeah, something wrong. Shoot.
Alright.
I've killed people before, but not if I don't have to. Oh, do I? Is that it? How you could ever possibly hope to understand is beyond me. Jedi don't have family. I know what happened at Malachor 5, and I know the Jedi didn't care about life there. Get away from me. What do you want? Whatever, don't worry about it. It's just a source. Yeah, well, they're dead. That's how that story ends. But not everybody's story has to end with losing their family or their loved ones. And not all the bounty hunting I do is for criminals or killers. There's a lot of lost people out there. Scattered ever since the Mandalorian Wars.
Yeah, Mira.
And sometimes, it's like you can almost hear them.
Mira's a lot like Jaina
It's an
Solo.
echo.
She's a big
Not
softie.
And maybe, just maybe by finding them, I can start putting the galaxy back together.
She's an over serious jerk that's a facade put up to block a big softie. She's just like Jaina Solo.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. But you're not getting anything else out of me.
Oh, I will.
Alright. I've killed people. Go ahead. Yeah, more or less. I wasn't born there, I just ended... Well, the war happened. The first one, against the Mandalorians. I had family right up until the end. It's not really a new story, you hear it all over the galaxy. It's what happens after the wars are over that you don't hear much about.
Alright.
I think so. After Revan crushed the Mandalorians, planets throughout the Republic were flooded with refugees. I was just one of the others. Me? I got passage to Nar Shaddaa. From there, not much you can do, so I became a bounty hunter.
Is it easy work?
I'm good at finding people, so I used it to make credits.
Seems
Not
difficult.
if you know your target. Usually you get a hollow or rough description, and then you just sort of listen to it, get a feel for him or her, then start walking. And this is a little hard to explain, but Nar Shaddaa's got a flow, a life to it. You see all kinds of aliens and life there, and it's got currents. You know your target, you can feel them. Know where they're going to go. And sometimes...
There's a
you
reason
know
I'm
they're going
talking to
be
Mira
before they
here.
do. I'm good at finding people. Because when they're lost or out of place, it's like something's wrong inside them. And that's why I hunt. Yeah, something wrong. Hanhar's only a bounty hunter because that's the closest word for what he does. He's not out for credits. It's more vicious than that. And it runs a lot deeper.
Yeah,
It's like
Hanhar's
he's out to
messed
make
up.
the whole galaxy suffer. Every living thing in it. He wants to break them, ruin them. And when they can't suffer anymore, he wants them dead.
Yep.
I didn't kill him once.
Biggest mistake ever. What do you mean?
Do you really want to hear
Yes! Yes, I like
Well,
seeing that.
Hanhar and me go way back, in the worst possible way. He's from some forest planet on the Outer Rim where Zerka had set up one of their slaving operations.
Doesn't have his
I don't
homework.
remember the name. Something with too many K's and Y's. It sounds like you're gargling Ronto spit when you say it.
Kashyyyk.
Well, not for long. Once off planet, Hanhar escaped from the Zerka slavers. I don't know. I always thought he just liked using them as weapons. Well, before you get too teary-eyed, Hanhar figured Zerka had the right idea. I don't think he understood the concept of slavery before, at least on the scale that Zerka practiced it. But now he did. You ever hear of Dursan 3, or the ID cluster colonies?
Weren't they destroyed?
Right, that's because Hanhar happened.
Yeah.
He makes what happened to his homeworld look like an exercise in community building.
Yeah.
He's not a bounty hunter. He's a slaver. A predator. It's like he's out to enslave or kill every human in the galaxy, like he's trying to settle some huge score or debt. I don't get it, but he's dangerous.
So how do you factor?
I was prey. And not only did I escape, but I saved his life while doing it. He's been hunting me ever since.
That seems strange.
I don't pretend to understand it, but among his people, they have these codes of honor. But somewhere along the line, Hanhar's got twisted. His people form these things called life debts. If you save the life of one of them, they pledge themselves to you.
Yeah, you can be brutally mean about
Well,
it.
with Hanhar, he can't escape that life debt. It's bred into him. But he hates every other living thing in the galaxy, so pledging himself to someone else, especially a human, was unbearable. So when I saved his life, it was the worst thing I could do. It was like slavery all over again. But it was in his head. It was like it pushed him over the edge. A life debt to Hanhar is a death sentence. He'll hunt you until you're dead. When I saved his life, it meant he had to kill me. And
Yep.
so he kept chasing me in hopes I would die.
Yeah,
I think
Hanhar's
the fact
messed
I
up.
showed him mercy after hating humans for so long, that was something he couldn't stand. Probably.
Yep.
But if he had multiple life debts, especially to humans, Hanhar would probably go mad. He was angry before, sure, but he'd be 10 times worse if that happened.
Now, actually, Mira and Hanhar is actually another interesting thing. Remember how we would get Handmaiden as a male character or Disciple as a female character as one of our slots? Well, there's one slot that will be filled by Mira if you're playing Light Side, and will be filled by Hanhar if you play Dark. I will at some point do a Dark Side. I will at some point stream a Dark Side run of this game. Because you'll actually get to peek inside Hanhar's mind with his dialogue.
Oh, I'm glad he's gone. It's like a weight off my shoulders. I don't have to keep watching my back every minute, wondering when he's gonna show up.
Yep.
And he always did. It's like he always knew where I was. Trust me, if he was still alive, he'd be chasing us even now, waiting to ambush us when we least expect it. And he always shows up at the worst possible time.
Yep.
He was one of the best bounty hunters on Nar Shaddaa. Hanhar never gives up on his prey. Or his life debts. He's a hunter. He's a natural predator. You know, it's a long story and I'm... Yeah, something... Alright. I've killed... I know.
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't killed anyone for a long time. But when I'm around you, suddenly it's like I've always been doing it. It's like a reflex. I don't like it. And I don't know when or why. Yeah, something...
Come on.
Talk. Why, you trying to be my mother? No thanks. No thanks. I didn't need friends, I'm not... Yeah, some... Go. I've killed people. I know. I don't know. I don't...
Okay. Okay, she's close. Yeah, we've got like 1 or 2 more influence tricks to do with her before we can... Okay, we'll put it this way. When she said Nar Shaddaa to flow into life to it, that's a hint. That was a hint. Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go again.
Unnecessary.
Hey droid, melt.
Systems failing, Master.
Neshasa achuto gonku.
I'm just gonna buy that because I like silver blades.
Did you hear? The Republic's destroyed Goto's yacht. Goto's yacht was fired on by a Republic warship. Has the Republic...
So we are gonna go here and see if we can talk to those people we helped.
Oh, hello again. You've already helped.
Alright, they're just not here. Alright. Oh yeah, I need to talk to them.
Thank you so much. Hey, thanks for saving me.
Alright, let's go back to the Ebon Hawk because there's a couple of influence things we can do there. Anyway, we also gotta go and turn in that fuel side quest on Telos. And then, let's just say we have a gun to buy.
Did you hear? The Republic's destroyed Goto's yacht. Blew it up right in orbit.
Derin Tere wanajun konata delera guno wanajun senisensen Tere wan Tose Derin
Alright.
Spare a few credits. Much appreciated. Look, one other thing. It's obvious you're new around here. Nar Shaddaa can be a... I'll do...
Because, like, Vera also just likes it when you generically kind to people, so... Now we're gonna have a bunch of triggers.
Command, you will
Oh!
talk. Defiant statement.
Yes!
There is nothing you can do to me. Do your worst. Exclamation. My photoreceptors. My photoreceptors. Statement. I shall up the charge of your circuits next time. Now
answer the question.
Posturing statement.
I will never talk.
Statement. Then I will have to settle for your screams.
That is
Just kind of casually watching like this is everyday material.
Statement. My prisoner has revealed something of interest. Allow me to share it with you. Statement. The facility that is creating these cruder, unsophisticated versions of me is located on Telos. I propose we go there and turn it into a smoldering crater.
We'll get back there eventually. Don't worry.
HK-47.
Yeah, that's for the cut HK factory level.
Especially now that the other generations are activated.
Query. What is it you wish, Fat One?
I see that your recent reassembly has not affected your behavior core, nor your attitude.
Statement. If I require a similar diagnostic in the future, I shall seek out the Iridonian.
Oh, I do not think so. There is much work that needs to be done first.
Query. Have we had the misfortune to meet before? I believe I would have remembered one as large as you.
Fat jokes.
Oh, yes, we have met. And I have not finished with you yet.
Goto's remote. Theodore's remote. Oh boy. Big deal. You alright?
The more worlds we travel to, the more questions I have. It's not just the hardships of the people, but something more.
That's why one must help it.
You are right, but there is something more at work here.
Something about the worlds themselves.
Yes. These dead worlds, they have a pattern to them. They were all touched by the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War. But sometimes, well, I feel as if they are all connected in some other way. The attacks on Qatar, Telos itself, the decay on Dantooine. Something is wrong with life. The connections have been damaged, sickened. Sometimes I feel like I almost understand and then it just slips away.
I wonder why.
So close.
You sure?
No, I do not. But I do think there is some greater plan at work here. Perhaps.
Become clear.
Dantooine is only one of the worlds. It was only the start of the journey. I would like to study the other locations. It is curious that the Jedi Masters chose those worlds to travel to. I wonder if the two are linked, but I know not how.
Yes. I am willing. There are several.
Alright.
There is the stabilization of Dantooine.
Okay, so I'm gonna get some influence with him here. I may end up having to cheat it up by one way or another.
The destruction of my yacht and of all my activities on Nar Shaddaa carry a cost that would take you several lifetimes to pay back. but perhaps the offer of credits will spur you to act for every... See that you do not... There is the stabilization of Dantooine.
Just tell him you want money. That's some influence right there.
You have stabilized Dantooine. You have done well, and the stability you have caused. There is the stabilization of... Telos is of course. Then stop. Onderon is an outer rim world, rich in ecological resources.
That's gonna be where we're headed next after we turn in some quests.
Split between two forces.
Okay, that's not that bad.
What have you brought? You may... It has been assigned
this is
to
fun.
guard and protect you. As such, it is skilled in intimidation, interrogation, and can provide a series of select skills that will make it an effective killing machine. For the most part, it will follow your orders, unless they conflict with mine. Then its proton core will detonate, turning this ship into space dust. There is no negotiation in this. I will not allow you to interfere with my operations and plans. This unit comes with a droid scrambler that you may use against mechanized opponents to randomize their defensive and offensive protocols. Use it, and it will cause droids to wage a civil war in their programming, and they will turn on their allies. Its power source is not limitless, but it is enough. In addition, this unit comes equipped with a portable cloaking generator. It will allow it to enter...
Yep. Good to have you standing with us. I mean, floating.
Yes. I am willing. What about it? I want... You may... Yes.
Alright. Operations?
So, they are not... But that in itself means
little, I assure you. So I don't think I have enough influence with him yet to make this happen, but let's try. One was built to play to lose and watch the other players.
Perhaps I used such a droid to watch and predict the flow of the games. Yes, you are very perceptive.
Swoop racing on Nar Shaddaa was being dominated by droid.
Ah, yes. Swoop racing on Nar Shaddaa does indeed have its profits.
I may be doing some of that off screen at some point, just for some money.
I assure you, I am as flesh and blood as you are. I simply find personal meetings distasteful.
Beth Orthodox was murdered by his droid. See, I told you this was all connected.
It is so unfortunate when an intelligent sentient dies on Nar Shaddaa. It is also unfortunate that thousands die such deaths on the smuggler's moon every day.
I think you use droids because you are a droid.
Indeed. How insulting. Now...
Okay.
You may... A common misconception not supported by facts. Revan did not intend to destroy the Republic. He deliberately left the infrastructure of many planets intact, and many military production facilities.
But why?
I believe that by whatever means he used to build his armada, he recognized that it was somehow a limited source, or that he was only willing to use it to a point. My prediction is that whatever production facility was being employed, it carried a price that Revan perceived as detrimental to the goals of the Sith. And that is why Revan left many military production facilities in the Republic intact.
Malak.
Unlike Revan, Malak demonstrated no concern for the future of the Republic in his attacks. His stratagems were painfully obvious, intending to crush all resistance everywhere. There was little thought beyond the complete destruction of anything that opposed him. He left quite a mess. I'm still trying to assess all the damage.
Yep.
Between the two, I would have preferred Revan rule the galaxy. He had foresight in his conquest, a subtlety that Malak did not possess. That is also a mystery to me. It is significant that after the defeat of Malak, the forces decreased considerably, and after Revan's departure from known space, production ceased completely. It is my prediction that whatever was producing such forces needed a strong, effective leader to ensure its stability. Without Revan or Malak, there was no such figure left among the Sith.
Ooh, sweet level. Increase damage done by +4. -6 penalty. Yep.
What have you brought? Now. You may... The assassin droids. I have encountered...
Are they hunting me?
Why, I asked them to. To be honest, I believe that was always their intention, but it seems their directive was dormant for some... If you mean produce, I do know that there are surprising numbers.
Yep.
They are
masquerading.
Because the Republic has no reason to... Because their behavior is predictable, of course. By monitoring their presence, I know which worlds will suffer civil wars, planetary conflicts, and Republic bombardment. Of course they are. They're droids with very specific protocol. Unless you shut them down at the source, they will be stalking you until you are captured. Why don't you ask their predecessor?
Alright, hey Mira.
Yeah, something wrong. Shoot. It's all this traveling. Being trapped in the ship. I'd rather be doing something.
Nar Shaddaa?
Yeah. It's been a while since I've been off planet.
Yep. How so?
Well, Nar Shaddaa may be one of... It's got a life to it.
But activity.
Yeah? Yeah, right. Say... No thanks.
Influence gain.
Yeah, something... Alright.
Alright.
Well, as happens on
Yes!
It turns out they were even able to get him cheap. He'd heard about me and wanted to hunt me down, for sport. He didn't think I'd be much of a challenge.
Alright. What happened?
Well, he tried to box me down in vents beneath the Nar Shaddaa docks, and he'd set one too many proximity mines to cover the escape routes. I think he'd hoped to drive me into the mines and then let them do the work. Or that I'd be too scared to try and walk through them. Thing is, I knew Hanhar's supplier, and the trigger signatures for the mines. It was pretty easy to broadcast a signal to blind their sensor receptors for a minute or two. I figured that would buy me enough time to move through them and get away.
Didn't happen that way.
Like I said, I disarmed the trigger fuses for enough of the mines to get by, temporarily. And Hanhar was pretty fast on my trail.
Yep.
I just made it to safety when he hit the first one. The blast leveled the entire ventilation section, and Hanhar was caught right in the middle, and he survived. Barely.
Barely?
He was crawling around, blinded from the flash and the plasma burns. And it happened so fast. All the blood had been scabbed and crusted.
Her hand gesturing with a gun. That's pretty funny.
He could still hear me. My ears were ringing from the blast, but I could hear him. I think he was begging me to let him live. His voice, it wasn't a roar, more like an echo of it. I suppose I should have killed him, but I couldn't do it. He was in pain, and he was helpless. So I dragged him out of there enough to get him to safety, and he kept hunting me ever since. He said he'd pursue me to the edge of the galaxy. No matter where I ran, he would find me and break me. But I would always be prey. Maybe. I've thought about that moment.
Yep.
A lot. Wondered if I would do things differently if I had another chance.
Influence gained.
Yeah, something... God. It's all this... I'd rather be doing...
Nar Shaddaa?
Well, it's got a... Yeah? Yeah, right. Maybe one day?
Yes! Come with me.
Alright. And when you show me?
Alright. Yes! Alright, now we have a good reason to wait for leveling her up because we are about to train her as a Jedi!
What's wrong? Why are you stopping? I've been out here hundreds of times. There's nothing special about it. No, I don't believe in the Force. It's Jedi tricks, sleight of hand.
It's what you do and I can
I'd
prove
like
it.
to see. It's not gonna hurt, is it?
Yeah. She looks knocked out.
Feel the currents here on Nar Shaddaa, the ebb of life. A simple kindness can be given to another. This is the Force, and all our choices, from the greatest to the smallest, affect each other, and the echoes travel.
I can feel this planet. I can't shut it out.
This set of animations when I turned on
louder
force
now,
speed,
it
it kind of
hurts.
ruins the gravity of the
All
moment.
these people. But if I become a Jedi, I'll have to turn myself in for the credits.
Such things will concern you.
Are you gonna train me? I want to become like you. I want to be strong. I don't want to be afraid or alone anymore. I don't want to keep running and looking and never feel like I'm finding what I'm looking for. I am tired of being hunted. When the galaxy takes something from me, I want the power to let go. And I want the power to heal the echo when it's gone. That sounds all right from where I'm standing. Let's move out.
Alright, she had precise shot. Let's get her close combat. She'll have a few levels to go yet. Oh yeah. Nice. Healing. That. That. There's a reason I was powering up her wisdom earlier. Valor. You know what? Just keep upgrading these. Master Rapid. Master heal. Beats. Precise. I'll give her more wisdom. Speed. Sorry about all the vast leveling sessions this time, guys. But this has to be done. Alright, she's good. Alright, now we gotta return to Telos. I actually don't have a huge amount of time left, but we'll get at the very least to Duxon. Oh crap, I just spoiled something. Oh well, you'll see what I mean. Let me make sure real fast that my chat's coming through properly. Alright, I went in. Now all of my force-sensitive companions are trained.
Is there?
Yeah, Kreia messing with Disciple.
Hearing things, but for a moment.
His name is actually Mikal, M-I-C-A-L. But you actually only ever hear him say that if you do a male playthrough, because there's a cutscene.
Query.
I've already done all the talking with him. T3, you could use some repairs. Hey Mira.
I wanted to say thanks for what you showed me on, but thanks. It's strange, but it feels...
Got him. Crap. Let's click. Repair. Success! Alright, I'm about to unlock something really cool. Failure. August Warehouse. Interesting, the codes. Interesting. That's weird. How am I not maxed out on his influence? I'm gonna try asking him one more time. Oh yes!
You have been with us since Terrace.
Yeah!
Without you, we would never have escaped that place. And for that, I thank you. I'm leaving this message inside you because I have seen glimpses of the future. And the bond that he and I share does not allow him to hide everything from me. More of his memories have returned, and they trouble him. He has remembered something. Something on the edge of the galaxy, and he believes that he must go there to end it. But I am afraid for him. Afraid that he may not return. I need you to be the beacon, T3. If he is lost out there, on the edge of the galaxy, if he finds whatever terrible thing he has seen, then he may not survive. If he doesn't make it back, then I need you to return to the Republic. Find help. If you cannot find me, then seek out other Jedi. The Republic... I can't lose him, even if he believes he is protecting me.
With red ears? Missing friend? Happened to your old friend? Did not take anyone with him, even the woman. He left you? Sorry, man. But you did help. You found us. It helped. Someone who knew war. I'm honored. Gained. Alright. Let's see if that's enough. There we go. Alright. Calm yourself. Feel calm. Collected. Whatever T3's wounded, I can repair him and recover force points, basically. Anyway, the time has come to return to Telos. I just realized Vera has demolition. Lightside HK is so goofy. Come on.
My life is...
I gotta give him security for an upcoming reason. Needs precise shot too. Constitution.
It's yours.
I don't have a huge amount of time left to continue, so we're just gonna get... Terra citizen.
I've been waiting for my flight to Terrace for 5 years.
The most tragic NPC in the game. If you know what happened, if you remember what happened in KOTOR 1, you'll know. Hey, Gran.
So you've returned. Really? Voga the Hutt.
Yeah, this side quest was actually cut from the original game.
A glut of fuel. Still, we don't have much of it. Now, I never believed for a moment. Now, I've got to send... What is it?
1,000 credits, not bad. Now, let's go buy that Mandalorian disintegrator from Nobo.
Look at the...
Discount on anything in my inventory. Nice. Alright. Now I need to break down some items. Pair 28. T3, I believe you can create ranged chamber 3. Upgrade. Alright, best weapon set in the game, here we come. 2 disintegrators, buddy. Hey, we're actually... I want to get to Duxon as fast as possible and get a certain trigger to happen. I only have like 30 minutes left before I have to end the stream, so I need to get to Onderon soon. I've been waiting for my flight to Terrace for 5 years. I'm sorry, that's just so funny every time. More Kreia shenanigans.
Jedi. Betrayer. All thoughts of me will slide from your vision, from your mind, like water. You know who I am, but you will be unable to voice it, to remember it. What
Dang,
does a
that would be
Jedi
irritating.
see? Only what I allow them to see.
Did I already unlock this? Okay, there's some nice stuff in there. Anyway, let's upgrade my crystal with Kreia, and then we're gonna go to Onderon.
Yes. That crystal, let me focus. That is that.
Basically, the way it works, you lose the previous version of it in your inventory, and you get the new version back. Onderon.
Well, this is Onderon. It looks like there's a long line to get into the Isis starport.
Something feels wrong here. A great disturbance here in orbit, and again on the planets below.
I guess this blockade is a symptom of larger problems on Onderon.
Yep.
If they decide to do a cargo search, we're gonna be in trouble.
Looks like we're about to find out. I'm receiving a message from some Colonel Tobin.
Yeah,
Patching it
imagine
through.
you have to do a cargo search on an incoming freighter and you find an assassin droid and disruptor pistols. How do you react?
But it ends here.
Yep, they literally just did that.
The Ebon Hawk. I was told to expect your arrival. I don't know your business on Onderon.
We've taken some hits. We can try to fight back.
I'm in the turret. Keep her steady. Yep. Now he's gonna bring us down.
I can't keep us in one piece much longer.
Sorry to spoil your fun. Well, so much for Onderon then.
You know, just once I wish someone was glad to see us. But no, if it isn't weapons pointed at our heads, it's someone trying to blast us out of the sky. I remember the days when welcoming committee used to mean something.
Yep.
That being followed by blaster bolts. Looks like one of the moons of Onderon. Not sure which one. It's mostly jungle and mountain. I did pick up the remains of an old outpost near here.
Yep.
Maybe that's why there's all these clearings around. Maybe they were once settlements.
There were no settlements here. Those clearings were most likely once craters or crash sites.
Crash sites?
This is Duxon, where the Mandalorians began their crusade against the Republic. The remains of whatever outposts you detected here are military ones. We should be careful.
This is where the Mandalorian Wars started? This doesn't look like much of a battlefield.
Much is buried here, and there is much that should remain buried.
How badly is the ship damaged?
It's taken a little damage, nothing too serious. I'm shutting down all unnecessary systems until we make repairs. It'll keep us from being a target. Until the ship is repaired, we're not going anywhere.
There may be a means to get to Onderon by another route. The Force has guided us here for a reason.
Of course it has.
We should explore our surroundings. There is something here.
Something? Oh, there's something here, all right. Predators. Not small flit darters, but big, mean, nasty predators.
Nevertheless, we should explore our surroundings. And that nearby outpost would be as good a place as any to begin.
Alright, let's head to the outpost.
Well, if you go, be careful. No telling what other ships...
I have a feeling the ship will not be repaired until our business here is concluded. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah, I understand. What's so important about this place?
This is where the Mandalorian Wars began. She fought here once, and there are things here she must see.
She fought here? Why didn't she say anything?
Do you speak of all your battles? Or are there some you wish to forget?
Yeah, back to the whole thing about Adam's past that he told me about. Alright, I think we want... let's bring Mira and Vissus for now. Hey Mira, you get a new gun. Ripper, you can have the micropulse. That's gonna be nuts. Canox.
Let's see what you got. That's another one for me. That's another one for me.
Yeah, the Canox are said to eat anything. So we need to check all of them for remains all the time. There's actually a side quest that involves hunting down a bunch of Canox to get a piece of electrical equipment. More animals. Hey, look, the textures aren't breaking. Buster rocket.
Most of the ship's systems are powered down, so it's about all I got. That ship may have landed nearby, though. Or it may be on the other side of the moon. So you might want to prepare for another friendly Onderon welcome.
That's another one for me. That's another one for me. That's another one for me.
Who needs buffs when you deal that much damage? Bunch of experience. Yeah, the sneak attack plus the disintegrators is ridiculous. Having a lot of skills is really good for experience hunting.
You thinking what I'm thinking? These jungles are filled with long, narrow paths, dumb beasts that just keep charging at you. This place is perfect for mines. If the carcasses were worth anything, you could make a fortune.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Detonator gloves. Or at least get to the camp.
The orbital fighting just ended. That Colonel Tobin stirred up a Minox nest when he took a shot at us. I'm still working on the repairs, and I have to take down some systems, including sensors. So you have to do without me for a while. I know, you're crushed.
Oh, Atten.
This should
71. Wow, my damage counts. Oh, more of these chuckleheads.
Donos Emeragith.
You have led us on a very fine chase. The battle above was your doing, yes? Our ship was
Well,
damaged now.
If it isn't the Zug brothers. Sorry, but this one's my bounty.
Our quarrel is not with you, Redmane small female. He's like, I'm taking you down. Blap. Strengthening underlay 5. That's actually really good for one of our side quests later. Ah, here we are.
You let the ship escape? I will deal with your failure later, Captain. But for now, find that ship. Our ally has indicated that the Jedi hasn't left the system yet. Send a detachment to Duxon. If you find anything, alert me immediately. Now get out of my sight.
That's another one for me. That's another one for me. That's another one for me.
Watch this. Melt! Melt! Melt!
Systems failing. Master.
Oh, yeah, we have time to do this thing.
Watch it, Jedi. Alone. Most whoever.
She's basically pointing out there's probably Mandalorians. Ah, man, I thought I picked it up.
That's another one for me. That's another one for me. Shouldn't take long.
Alright, here we are.
Hold it right there. We've got you surrounded.
Great, just what we needed. Mandalorians.
I'm surprised you got this far. The jungle doesn't usually let its prey go that easily. What are you doing here? We claimed this moon decades ago, when we reforged ourselves after Exar Kun's defeat.
Yep.
Some of us call it home. Why are you trespassing here?
Exploring.
I am a Mandalorian warrior, and this area you are exploring is our territory. We have orders to escort you to our camp. Our leader wants to speak to you.
Fine then. They missed an opportunity here. They should have had take me to your... They should have given me a dialogue option to say, take me to your leader. Yep, the Mandalorian camp. Alright. Yay, we haven't had mic problems this stream. And there's a side quest right there.
So you're the intruder. Our sensors picked up your handiwork in space. I am Mandalore, leader of the Mandalorians.
Thought you were disbanded.
Scattered, perhaps, but we're still alive.
Recognize the voice actor?
Rebuilding.
Those of you who saw my first series will probably recognize the voice actor here.
Many Mandalorians have fallen from the path of honor and are now no more than common mercenaries. But that is changing.
What is this place?
This used to be the heart of the Mandalorian war effort. From this complex we commanded an armada that had the Republic on the run. It didn't last. Mandalorians have a rapport with this jungle. Every moment here is a struggle. All creatures gripped in a constant war for survival. The sole purpose of the weak is to feed the strong. We train here and learn the lessons of the jungle. The beasts also help us keep our edge.
Yep.
Covert camps are not meant to attract attention. Because we conquered them, the people of Onderon still hold a grudge against the Mandalorians. So we keep our presence here a secret.
Fair.
So it's transportation you want. It so happens I have a small shuttle that's more than capable of running the Onderon military blockade. I make occasional trips to ISIS for information and supplies. If you want to go with me, you're going to have to prove your worth.
Alright. How can I prove myself?
Figure it out yourself. Ask around. See if you can make yourself useful. Or something that'll show what you're made of.
Alright. Let's see what I can do.
I'll let Kex know that you check out. We found more gear than we can use, so you can trade with him if you need some more supplies. Be careful in the jungle. Our patrols have stopped until the space traffic dies down. The challenging beasts have been cleared from the area, but what's left might still be too much for you.
Alright, so he basically told us to do a bunch of side quests to earn the respect of the Mandalorians. So that is gonna be it for now. Thank you.